one way out.
Is the name of the best episode of Andor, episode 10, and I've so been looking forward to reviewing this one. To be fair, I was already very happy to review episode 6 and also just the rest of the season because Andor is such a good show. And if you've missed any of my previous reviews, I would definitely recommend to check out the other ones. They're in a link in the description. There's a playlist because it's important what I have to say leading up to this one. And while you're here, please leave the video a like, subscribe to my channel for more Star Wars content. Now let's get into the review. I'll quickly mention that Mon Mothma and Davo meet because, well, she needs her money to be safe. He needs a daughter to marry his son. It's going to be important later. And Marva is refusing any kind of help. She doesn't want her meds anymore. She doesn't want any kind of doctor to revive her because, well, she's just gonna die. It seems she's okay with that. The reason that I'm not really going into that is they're quick little scenes and they become more important later, but not right now. For this episode, it's not really relevant. What is relevant, though, is everything on Narkina 5, of course. It starts right where the previous episode left off. Olaf is being carried away. Cassian and Kino are actually squabbling a little bit, and from the get-go, Andy Serkis's performance is exceptional in this episode. I adore also the writing, to be fair, but just the entire character of Kino Loy is just amazing in this episode, and it's credit due to, of course, great dialogue from the writers, but also Serkis's ability to really carry it out. I think he is such a good actor, and he's such an amazing character in this show, and I'm just so glad that we got him. I also think Diego Luna as Cassian is really good, and the writing on him is very good. He's saying, like, they panicked, and that's why they fried 100 people, because it is panic. And to show it even more is that the Empire then announces on the bridges, like, you can't talk anymore, otherwise we're going to just fry you. It's like, they are very much panicking. They know that they have a staff problem, as in they're severely understaffed compared to all the prisoners. And this is just where it starts, the rise up from the prisoners. And honestly, they were very close to not making that because Cassian last second needs to get the water drain open, and he needs to use a different tool to even get it open because otherwise it would not have worked and this plan would have been shit. But he does get to open the drain entirely just in time. The water comes in, the new prisoner is being brought in, and I don't know what there really is to say. There's not really much I can add to the scene. Just watch the scene. It is so amazing, the way that everything plays out. I'm also actually quite proud of the new guy coming in, and the moment that he sees the opportunity, he zaps the guard because he's like, okay, yeah, this is my only way out of here, because he's trembling as he's coming in. Like, he's not feeling well. He's like, oh my God, what is going to happen? And, well, to be fair, he does die. But this sequence is, yeah, I mean, there's a reason that 2 years ago at Star Wars Celebration, we saw all these people dressed in the prison outfit of Andor, like the white and orange outfits. So many people had them on. I even made this recording on my phone. There were just people so into this episode specifically. Just, it shows that the fan base is really drawn to the Narkina 5 arc as a whole, and it's amazing to see because it is truly one of the greatest episodes that Star Wars has ever seen, I feel. And I will just say once again, Serkis's performance is what makes it, because his speech and the writing, of course, as well, because, I mean, the speech is, of course, written by the writers of the show, but the way he delivers it as well, and the way that the music builds, the music is really good. Like, it builds up, and it just gives you a sense of hope, of the fact that, you know, despite how bleak things may look, you can stand up to it. You can rise up and fight tyranny. And it's such a great moment in Star Wars. It's essentially a somewhat of a start of a rebellion. Of course, it's not a full-on rebellion, but it is the start of it, and it really, truly motivates, I think, everyone who sees it to also stand up against, you know, any kind of bad things in your life. Except, of course, if you can't swim. Oh, no! Oh, it breaks my heart every time. The moment that he says, "I'll swim."
What? What did he say? Can't swim.
Oh my god, Kino, why can't you swim? Ah, it's it's devastating, and seriously, every time I watch this episode, I have to cry. Anyway, over on Coruscant, we see Dedra is getting close to getting Krieger because of the spell house thing and everything, but it's not Luthen that they caught, which I said might have been the case in the previous episode. Of course, it's not, but for a moment, I was not entirely sure, honestly. The first time I watched it, I was like, could they have Luthen? Because he didn't appear in the entire previous episode, but he's fine. He's in his shop with Clea, and now it turns out he actually has a mole on the inside of the ISB. It turns out that Lonnie has been working with Luthen for a year, and, well, Luthen is doing something to his family, essentially holding him at gunpoint. And it goes to show, of course, Luthen is willing to do whatever it takes to be the rebel, to stand up against the Empire, but his speech here is just insane, and it shows essentially the lengths that he had to go through to stand up against the Empire, to make any kind of dent or impact. And the truth is that, so many people have already pointed it out, but I'm going to point it out again because it truly needs to be commended. The writing in this show, and especially in this episode, is insane. We already had Andy Serkis and Kino Loy's lines earlier, but now also Stellan Skarsgard performing Luthen. I think the performance is great. The writing of his dialogue is great. And I can't really say much more. All I can just say is this episode right here shows why Andor is the best show, to me at least. The writing, the acting, the music, the production design, just everything works. Everything in the show absolutely works. It makes sense to me. I feel that this is set in the Star Wars universe. It has some truly amazing Star Wars moments in terms of, the rebellion rising up against the Empire. It just, yeah. I think I should stop right now. I'm just gushing over this episode. It's so good. I should just ask, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I want to know, do you agree? Do you disagree? Is there anything that I said that you're like, maybe he's not so right about that? You disagree? Let me know. I'd love to hear it in the comments. As per usual, please click right here to subscribe to my channel. Or maybe you need another video to convince you, then click right here. Like, I don't know what it is, but just click it. It's good. Also, check out my reviews in the next couple of weeks for the last 2 episodes of the season. I can't wait to finish this season. I can't wait to get to season 2. But until my next video, may the Force be with you.